DreamHack Open Fall 2020 right here, right now.
Of course, we could be disappointed, but after we just saw that extra spark from Vitality, you have to be excited about Mirage. You have to be excited about zywoo. You have to wonder what Cadian's going to be able to pull out here. This is a map they played last time. It's going to be a tight match for sure. niko smells it.
Oh, Suda just going to run rampantly through the jungles, looking like a king. As he gets the first kill of the pistol, there's the second. zywoo with the double. Oh boy, that armored P250 can be such a burden to try and deal with. That is heroic. Looking like they lose this pistol. Mirage, our 5th decider map. I like that, in fact, especially with these two teams. I am happy to end this show here in the dusty realms of Mirage.
Yeah, no doubt. So we talk about positions a little bit. Ooh. That's something nice. Again, it's going to be a lot of opping on the CT side. We actually have Shocks pick up the second op quite often. Did in their last match back at Cologne. This will be a big head-to-head. I mean, he's picking up the second op after zywoo, who's going to be anchoring A quite often. And man, he's already up to 113 kills in 4 maps. I mean,
oh my God.
Like anything now is just a bonus. Like he's already just had such an insane series. It just feels like he's getting better every single game.
And spoiler alert, he's gonna get more kills.
He probably is, yeah. Just a quick 200 ADR on the pistol.
2 bullets, by the way.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Shock's gonna be lurking. Apex mid on the defaults. They'll spread the map. Try to follow the info. That's a heavy B stack here from Heroic. A lot of teams are doing cat splits to B hits in general. So it's something of a brave call, honestly, to anti-eco towards A these days, but it's always a gamble. You can never have perfect information.
Ow.
Ouch. Very much so. Well, they probably want to exec quickly.
Yeah, I would get this show on the road. Seems as though it will. Cadian shall be... Oh no, not met by smoke. That actually goes over towards jungle instead, so... Gonna mess with top connector. Masuda looking to charge down into the face of that scout player. zywoo tasked to bomb plant. Will do so in the middle of the site, nice and open. Frag grenades come in, and his AK fires back. Remember, Masuda, he'd already tucked into CT spawn because Cadian cowered, as he had to, with so many players coming at him. Flashbang goes beyond the ticket booth, but doesn't quite blind up these CTs in spawn. Masuda, in a very awkward spot, dying to the scout. Now zywoo's going to be back by Firebox. He's got one enemy, and he one-taps him off of the staircase. Cadian with another scout kill coming in, but his 2 frags, not meaningless, just not meaningful enough to take this second round away from Vitality. It's the 2-0 start to the T side.
They hold on to the important guns. They go down to 2, so they play on a deficit, but it's still not too bad. I think they'll be happy to take the round wins at this point because we've seen a lot of conversions after the pistols in this series, in this long series. The 5 maps, a lot of best of 5s have been map advantage series. This has no map advantage. We've seen the full 5, and it's absolutely delivered. Like, no question. It's great to have gotten to this point. We'll really, be able to decide who is the stronger team without a shadow of a doubt.
Really?
4 up in underpass. Wow.
Yeah, never really even contemplated the idea of an underpass stack, but there was 3 CTs in position. Only 1 needed to take down Shocks. Masuda, good for the first 2. However, SMG goes dry. Glock could get the job done, but that's such a distraction from Cadian. He actually runs all the way back down connector, getting a kill as he fades away. And now what? He's going to go all the way to T-spawn, perhaps. Whoop. niko makes the jump.
Oh, they're actually going to kind of play this together. Apex takes a small risk, but it'll pay off in a big way. Now they get the kill on Cadian as well, and now it's a wash. They can try to go for this, get some post-plant kills, but they are not getting the defuse.
No. can try their damnedest, and Apex lays down the law. No entry allowed. Niko on the staircase, bested by zywoo, his second kill in the round, and Vitality's third to the board.
Up to 6 already, and yeah, 3 kills and Katie has 5. 8 kills in total here for Heroic. It'll be the full buy-in, and we'll find out what Vitality want to do on this establishing round final map of the series. And it's going to be a brawl.
Hell yeah, it is. Insta-double sniper setup. It's what we come to expect from Heroic. It's one of the key pieces that has gotten them to this grand finals, despite the slog of a lower bracket run. And Borup, Niko, Stown, 1 kill apiece near instantaneously. Leaves Masuda and Apex here to try and pick up some sort of a pieces, but I mean, not a single point of damage output versus Heroic as they establish this 5v2. So how do you fathom a path back into this fourth? Masuda, blind as a bat here at the base of Connector, dies out to Katie, and that's a flawless first gun round from Heroic.
Holy, is a team ace, and nobody took a single point of damage. A total default loss here for Vitality. That's very scary to lose in that fashion. They luckily have built some bank. Of course, they're coming off a 3-round win streak, so they can buy up everything they'd like to. Yeah, a bit of a concession here by Shocks to grab the MAC-10. They'll throw some nades out towards mid, but I think they'll move quickly into this B exec. Apex takes a deep shot down mid. AK on him.
Definitely Colonel. That frag grenade from Testes could be everything. He's going to throw it out. Substantial damage. Down connects that first op shot. There is one player to exit, but it instantly denied anything further. It's flawless.
Another 5-player alive round, excuse me, for Heroic. Back to back here. Tons of money made. They retain the double op setup as well. And Stown showing us more of what he showed us on Vertigo. He was playing so damn well on that CT side.
Oh my goodness.
Or in the first half.
Those, I'm not going to get ahead of myself. This has been a
it.
long series, and there's probably plenty of Counter-Strike to come. But those 2 rounds from Heroic,
they're a bit scary, aren't they?
Yeah, I feel like I can see the car crash coming.
Right.
Like Final Destination type stuff. Obviously, this one, not meant to be too much for Vitality. They'll have 1 Deagle and a P250 left. Apex connects to the head of Niko as he tries to peek out window. Shocks closing this gap on the A site, and Borup giving him a chance. He had that false sense of confidence. Guys, I'm out. Never mind, I'm dead. zywoo, however, has gotten his hands onto an AK, and that should worry you if you're cheering for Heroic. Stown could have his number, though, here inside of the apps. He drops his shot, takes a tidbit of damage. Minute mark, zywoo pressuring B. 2 CTs per bomb site, and the bomb itself on the back of Apex over at A. I think zywoo makes a run here.
Yeah, Stown threw that Molotov, expected it to not be pushed, but it has been. Okay, he catches it. zywoo on the fallback, yeah. And this cute little purple Glock here for RPK and CT spawn.
Done.
I'll get
Next up, versus the Deagle, he's got this one finished off. So Heroic from the 0-3 to the 3-3. We're all tied up. And of course, it's Vitality back in with the bye. But these have been convincing rounds from Heroic.
I mean, 1 death in the last 3 rounds, yeah.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Early days, however.
Mm-hmm.
Don't start freaking out just yet.
Right. Don't be like Connor. See the car crash coming. No, I see it too. Oh, Cadian, underpass push. This calls them out. I mean, Apex, poor guy, he came out to mid, but you can't beat that CT spawn. And Cadian, oh my God, he'll get Apex too.
Yep. Now Borup.
Will just try a lurk. Just try something. 3v5. He'll give it his best shot. He'll die. And yeah, oh man. I mean, these are quick rounds too.
These are rounds where they just haven't even had a chance. Not an opening map control. Not at a man advantage.
Win a default.
Do something. Because if you don't, Cadian absolutely will. He is taking control of the server for the moment. zywoo gonna swoop down in on him. Cadian almost takes Masuda's knee out. Gets stuck in the murder hole. Heard that foot drop. Now they're gonna try and pressure connector ever so slightly, but I mean, really, where do they go from here? Yeah. A-Site's actually forfeited over. They could find a bomb plant. Unless Cadian gets into position fast enough.
You can plant front triple. No one's cat. No one's front connector. No one's mid.
Ooh,
but they don't know that.
Yeah. Cadian looking for his 12th, and he'll take it. Okay, Cadian, the man who has kind of risen from the ashes more than once in his career in a huge BO5 Grand Finals, 5 maps deep, barely scratching the surface of Mirage, and he is 12-2. We start this map and everybody's thinking about zywoo. Good luck casting that. If we finish 37 overtimes on Mirage, Heroic will hit 1,000 rounds played in the event. Okay.
That's how deep you are into the series. You got to come up with stats like that.
Yeah. Elliot's looking under boxes, trying to find something relevant.
Someone give me a stat.
Yeah. No, man, it's tough. It's tough out here.
That's crazy. Yeah. Let me just go ahead and shout out Cadian stats really quick here.
Do it. For now, he's 12-2. He is one of 3 players on Heroic to have more than $10,000 in the bank account right now. So Team Vitality have already put themselves into a dire position. This is what I was talking about in terms of car crashes, right? This is going to be buys for days for Heroic. And knowing that they have that much money means that we can expect to see the double op setup consistently over the next 4 or 5 rounds. Meanwhile, Vitality still trying to curb back that cash here in the 8th, and all they have, measly pistols.
Yeah, 1.2, 1.20 rating here versus top 5 teams in the last month. Cadian has absolutely been the star player and Opper and IGL of Heroic.
That's what I'm saying, man. He's put these fellow Danes on his back and brought them to the top of Denmark, brought them to the top of Counter-Strike. But we just had zywoo creep out from Palace, and I said they only had these measly pistols, but it's not about the what guns, it's about who holds them. zywoo gets blown away, and that could bode well for Heroic, but there is still this op in the equation. And that should make them nervous. Apex even has the Kevlar off of the flashbang. It's Masuda's with the Tech 9, and RPK, again, a pistol kill coming in for Vitality. After Heroic had this false sense of comfort, everything's been taken away because zywoo comes out from Palace and wrecks Face. Down, 2 kills to his name, looking to save, and that's denied. This is a robbery for Vitality that ties the game at 4 and gives them a chance. They still have money to claw back from Heroic, but having only pistols in that one means they just got an injection of their own.
Yeah, we see how important these 1 kills can be. Like just that swing frag. Cadian, no head armor, I think. Gets the 1 50-50 in the head, he's dead. And that's coming off of 4 rounds in a row where Heroic only lost 2 players over those 4 rounds. And they lose to an eco like that because the Opper goes down instantly. Whoa. A little bit too quick on the duel. Both players shoot early. Cadian gets away with his life. zywoo stands here waiting for the re-aggression. But Heroic with their claws in mid, if it doesn't get responded to, it's going to spell disaster. Now they do try to come out to kill them here, which you would think it's a precarious spot for the CTs to be, but if they can't get the kills, they lose the bomb, they lose the default. They have no sight that they can hit where there aren't going to be CTs on fast rotation either.
Mm-hmm. Tough spot to be in coming off of the back of such a successful round out of nowhere. Still 4 snipers on the field. Utility down deep. Flashes to the top of middle. Just trying to deny that bomb control through smoke. They will allow Vitality to slip away from it, but like you said, there's still such close rotations on either of these bomb sites that where does Vitality go?
They don't have to, they don't have to rotate through spawn, be careful, be deliberate. They can run back and forth through mid. They've already established, Vitality at 30 seconds, they're not going to come back here. got one person on a default, but Shocks, he cannot have the first impact. It has to be them to open up the site. And look at the CTs. They've all crowded out here and are already thinking about pushing a ramp. They are so prepared for this. It's unbelievable.
Shocks the headshot into Stout. Follow up from zywoo. The double sniper setup in the 3v5. They have actually found footing on the site, but Borup comes in to deny it all. Bomb thrown down to the dirt, and that closes that. Counter-terrorists win.
Wow, they barely had enough time to even try to get the bomb down. That's how tight it was. And that was with 2 incredible entries. They did get Shocks all the way to the bottom of Connector and zywoo to combine for a couple of kills, even with 4 players over on the A site. But they still can't actually close out the round, so we'll try again. Initial smokes out to top mid. Can't tell if there's anything special going on in here on the default for the T's. Just sitting, waiting for pushes. Heroic have no players in B for these first few moments. Not anticipating a rush at all.
Oh, wow. zywoo clamping down on Borup. Stown hasn't moved a muscle. And he misses his Shocks shot. Shocks slides past the scope, takes his head clean off, and leaves niko on retreat. Heroic, they're going to give this one up. And we've got a back and forth affair now, set and ready. RPK tries to pressure from the B apartments just to ensure that Heroic have nowhere to run. Maybe Vitality come hunting. And so far, so good for the remaining members of Heroic.
I think Stown shoots too fast sometimes. He actually struggles really heavily when people wide swing on him. They commit to those crouch peeks. zywoo did it to him earlier this game. We've seen it a lot, actually. It's weird because he also puts up so much impact with the AWP, but you see when people wide swing on him, he has trouble.
So we're tied at 5. First halves in this series, 9-6, 9-6, 9-6, 8-7.
First Brooks.
3 survivors for Heroic. That's going to do well for them, seeing as they still have enough of that cash that we talked about earlier to continuously sustain their buys. They haven't lost momentum yet. Vitality haven't broken through, but they have kept it close. Thank you to zywoo. 10 kills, 8 deaths. Leading the charge here for Vitality. Shocks the second man on that side of the map. 6-6 to his name. zywoo, first man out from middle. Trying to find a connection here, but there is a boost from Heroic into the ladder room, and they've thrown Cadian down into the underpass. Oh, barely getting away there. niko, 16 HP is what he'll retreat with. And this kind of forces Cadian into a high-pressure shot, but unlike Stown, he's great at those up-close and personal combat-opping moments.
Yep.
Everyone's allowed to make mistakes, but Cadian, right now, very much in the zone.
Okay. Quick walk-up connector. niko low. They've overtaken jungle, but this won't be a surprise to Heroic. They're going to be able to see this and know how to deal with it. niko, he's not going to get spammed down in CT. And down with the rifle with niko combined for 3 frags. That is the A play shut down.
Shock's going to run out Palace, closed out by Tesses. That double ticket boost setup pays off in dividends for Heroic. They'll get that lead back, 6-5. And the T side, well, now they're a little strapped for money. It's going to have to bottom out on this one, but you saw that lineup. Good job by Stown. He had passed the op over to niko, who clearly connects the shot despite being low HP. Bogdan's Law in effect that round. And just a reminder that, you know, we don't have fully dedicated oppers on Heroic. All of their players, with all the weapons, a constant threat. Lucky to still have his head, however. Is down towards these B apartments alongside Tesses. They see a little presence from Vitality.
If you're worried about mid at all here, niko's going to cover for any window jump ups, but Vitality, they're not abusing window, ladder room, anything like that really. It's just been about taking mid as a default to get to connector control or going for full A or full B execs. This moment they're walking now over to mid delayed. something a bit fresh. Shox is out in Palace, so you can assume a connector split's on the way. But Borup's already pushed A ramp, and Heroic don't want anything to do with connector.
Nope. They are kind of clumped up here, though, on Murder Hole. Where'd that Molly go?
I have no idea.
What?
He just watched it sail into the clouds.
Just consumed by the void. Shox is going to run out from Palace, finds a player completely blind in the form of niko. Cadian's getting covered. With the 4K! Incredible fourth frag! That headshot onto Apex is what dreams are made of, and Borup will close.
How is Testis so capable of these multi-frag rounds? It's unbelievable how consistent he's been at that in this series. We can see why they pay him the big bucks. This is some ridiculous spray control. Pre-level stuff. Oh my god.
Fat and nasty. That
might be the best spray of his entire... It's got to be the best spray of his career, right? I mean...
he reacted like it was.
Most people would wish they'd ever get a spray transfer like that. It was just beautiful. An absolute artist on the AK. That's some amazing stuff.
Yeah. Painting the walls with vitality.
At a loss. That is so insane. That's
Look,
like,
he broke them.
Hiko, Dupree, they've got famous moments from, you know, that same position. But I think that was even nicer, I want to say. That's crazy. Wow.
We're not in a tech pause, but we've also got men not moving.
I mean, after that, I'd be paralyzed too.
RPK is just twitching on the ground.
Is Testis at A or B?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He's killed him, man. He's gonna get run boosted. At this point, they're just like, listen, RPK, this is what you can offer us. Rough game for RPK.
Yeah.
1 in 10. Apex can walk out from Palace, and he connects his shot, but not to the eyes, not like Borup does. Everybody left for Vitality is gonna come walking up connector, and it could very well be a world of hurt. First one's contact versus niko. Then all of a sudden, there's way more. The threat multiplies. RPK with the only kill and a second in this round for Vitality. But an 8th round for Heroic hits the board. A 3-round lead with 2 more to go as this CT side comes to a close and Heroic look in control.
I'm going to start doing everything in the dark just so I can be great at it. We're about 3/4 of the way done the Coke first down. Well, we don't know if that's 1 3/4. If he's already finished one and then got a new one, drank that much more. Could be with down. We never know.
Cadian's got a gap. Ooh, but the timing. He didn't see Shox. He will clip the wings of Masuda. Oh! And Cadian right through it. Oh my god. 16-3. You put out a Twitter poll before this map went live, and you said option 1, zywoo. Option 2, Cadian. I'm curious
to see all the names of the people who voted so I could hold them accountable.
Yeah, rat him out. Because Cadian and Mirage and best of 5 finals, that's a recipe for something special, so it seems. Apex, yet to be seen, about to walk through the side of this smoke. The damage could connect here for niko, and he does get traded by RPK, but Borup then comes out from behind his boxes. Testis applying pressure over on Cat, leaves RPK with a minute on the clock and a 1v3 to clutch. A frag grenade goes forward. That's going to soften up Borup, but there's the Opper in Cadian, ready and waiting. Another multi-kill for him, his 17th frag in 14 rounds.
That's nuts. Yeah, 17-3. I mean, highest kills, lowest depth. And we've seen tons of impact so far from zywoo. He's had a lot of entries, which is nuts for him opping, but it doesn't stand up to what Cadian's put up already. Opping underpass on multiple occasions at this point, controlling the rounds on CT side. The skeleton AKs are bought up. Galil's here for zywoo and Masuda. Low grenades overall. 15th round, Heroic are looking to get a 10th. We've seen a lot of 9-6 halves in this series.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like this is going to be one of them.
Could be 6 of 9. 6 of 9, 6-9 halves. Oh my god, Illuminati. Op rattles out, nothing. Molotov at the feet of zywoo. It's Masuda actually to die out. And they know that there's a player here inside a connector. niko focusing on him better than Shocks. 5v3 and Heroic absolutely gunning for the double digits. It's going to take something phenomenal with such little utility and HP for them to hold off in the post plant, but they'll try their hardest. Nothing to lose. As the first 15 comes to a close, it's all on zywoo, and they are going to swarm him to success. Heroic doubling the round count of Vitality. The final half of DreamHack Open Fall coming up. A halftime break just long enough for everybody to change their pants after that Test S 4K. Incredible spray. Maybe the highlight of the tournament? Who knows?
I don't know, man.
Frags.
Yeah,
18 for Cadian. There's just all sorts of stuff to talk about, but so many more rounds to go, perhaps.
Oh, whoa.
Heroic, gonna keep it quick. Gonna start running up into the A site, challenging is Apex. And niko, he's gonna clear his corner. RPK is slain. Masuda on the kill feed to the favor of Vitality, but until Apex connects that one, it's all that they really had going. And now it is going back in their favor. A 2 versus 2 with that bomb down on jungle. We need to see Shocks get into position, but he's lost his teammate already. It's Tesses and Cadian, the shining stars of Heroic at the moment, and Shocks just deletes the first one, but can't quite close. 11-5 to Heroic's favor with momentum on the T side.
And you know, Shocks doesn't care about the clutch at all. He realizes the circumstances of the round. You could see he was so close to being able to ice that one out. And Heroic, so many swing trades in that moment. Cadian is 20-3.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. And Vitality are willing to buy into this with MP9s. They've got 4. Holy, they really are risking it right now.
Man. You know, one of the best things about this lineup of Heroic, dude, is just the turmoil that they've had to go through. You know, Cadian's career, so long, so many ups and downs, and never something this high. As he connects and Apex and zywoo both die, it's Shocks and RPK with MP9s and a 4 versus 2 for Heroic. A 12th round on the docket, you think. Shocks will surprise niko at least and able to catch a second here from Apps. So the attention starts to turn, but Cadian's got it back versus RPK. This MP5 at a distance. Oh, it was almost at bat, but Cadian's a closer. 24 kills, 3 deaths, 12 rounds to 5 for Heroic.
He's doing everything. This is another round. I mean, there was one round on Nuke where he was able to get the ace on the anti-eco.
Sure.
And it came down to a 2-on-1. We look at how important those kills were. I mean, Cadian has peppered in a bunch of important op shots versus rifling players, some ecoing.
Yeah.
But it's always been impactful. It's never been just to chase down kills. He has made sure his team has won rounds with each and every single one of these frags. And now Heroic are looking at an A exec. There is a cluster of CTs over in connector, one in CT spawn as well. Some damage being dealt both ways, but the nades and sprays are better for the T's. Heroic within 3 of finishing this series.
In such a dominant fashion as well. You know, I ask, like, whenever, if ever, was Cadian in the top 20 of a year? Because after this astronomical rise of Heroic to the very top of international Counter-Strike, and for him to be such a consistent player, leader, opper, we've got to start recognizing it for what it is. Top tier talent, man. And it goes across the board for Heroic. They have the pieces.
Yeah, this should inspire anybody who's trying, anybody who's tried and failed.
Anyone who's struggling. Go back and watch that video of Cadian when he was stranded in California during the first season of Flashpoint, when their sponsor was falling through, when they didn't know what their future held in store. And that was only like 6 months ago. Look at this. Bask in the glory that is a 13-5 lead for Heroic.
This is what makes sports great.
The underdog story. RPK back by ticket, 4 kills to his name, flashbang in his eyes, completely blind, and still survives, at least for the very first one. It's Tesses with the double. Four versus two, and footsteps heard by Shocks. Down, easy spray, easy pre-fire. Opper walks right into it.
They've committed in, man. They spent their money here. They went the MP9 round. They got M4s on this one. Heroic with the streak, bomb down, op-on's down. The hope is dwindling. I mean, they've gotten this far. If they don't really, I mean, if they give up now, that's a joke. They've gone through 4 maps of this already. You know what's left? 10 more rounds.
Dig deep.
Vitality. Dig deep. Yeah.
But you know what?
If this was a best of 1 and it's 4 doing 5, but think about next map. This is the last map of the entire event. Vitality've got nothing else to do.
And
gonna give them the benefit of the doubt.
You know, you want to talk about digging deep. You want to talk about finding yourself when it's all really on the line. Heroic have fought back all the way from the very first round of our lower bracket. 2-0 versus North, Sprout, Big, Ninjas, Astralis to get into this finals. You know, Vitality, they had the easy road that they earned rightfully. But Heroic, what they've done, man, they never give up. They always come to play. And when you least expect it, the stars shine bright. A timeout called here for Vitality. They need to figure things out here and now. Right now. First place on the line. Grand champions for DreamHack Open Fall. 2,500 RMR points. Cash in your back pocket. Find the solution, Apex. Dig deep and inspire, because this could be one of the final best buys of Vitality's tournament life.
Initial boost for the A ramp. Nobody pushing anything. Leaving mid wide open just seems to be the way that teams are playing Mirage more commonly now. Not busting open those grates. And Heroic have not gone and taken over mid control. zywoo a bit paranoid about it. Just in case. They're not there yet. Scary, though, for the T side. They get this much information, and then they go back to mid. They see no one there. And they start to identify the final spots the CTs can be in. And this is when the map becomes very T-sided, and Heroic are getting that information right now.
Masuda sees nothing off the flash peek. This down is deep in there, but it's really mid. That could be a world of hurt for Vitality. This cat play's coming in. If Shocks doesn't deliver, oh my god, he gets nothing for it. Luckily, Masuda will control the apartments and a second kill and a chance at more. Masuda on the 3K. He lays down the smoke and plays around it. Could very well cut off the bomb, but it does tuck back in for Cat. Niko with the kill. Cadian snipes Apex, and then he follows into zywoo. Who's the best player in the world? Because Cadian's 28-3.
How can he have that much stamina? How can he keep going at this point? Front facing on the window, nowhere to fall back, must hit the shot, does, and does again.
Genuinely gunning for 30 kills in 21 rounds with 3 deaths against him. He is omnipresent in Mirage. He is a god amongst men in this final and 5th map of our grand finals. Just ridiculousness round after round. Absolutely leading by example and leaving Vitality in shambles. 2 M4s between Masuda and Apex. Shocks on the ump. And it's at least going to be Vitality to try and do something. They'll take control of Palace. That's information gained. But what is information worth at a score like this?
It looks like the same round, but the bomb is going back towards A. We'll see the CT rotations be influenced here. A push is coming in. Shocks. This time he's not on the B site. UMP on this ramp. He'll have to do it all.
Oh my god, Shocks just completely blindsided. RPK will answer. He tries to go deep for the gun, and that's going to cost him. Now they have an opening, absolutely. It's zywoo at bat off the staircase. He's got 3 players running in on him, already one beneath. If he looks down, Tesses is dead. But then the bomb doubles back because up cat is where borup has gone. Tesses cleared from this site. Things start to get pieced together here for Vitality. They realize they have made a grave error, and they better clean every single corner because borup is already deep in the marketplace. Masuda blindsided, further damage versus Apex. zywoo still on 100, but he only has the Deeg. 7 seconds, bomb's gone down. Apex gonna jump out from the window? No, not even needed. But Stown has a chance to close here. It's over towards the market that Apex holds. He's killed. zywoo able to clutch, and this one's not done yet.
Okay, they'll keep it going. One more round. Wow, it comes close. And I mean, they're not even willing to risk it on that A play with both sites open. borup, he comes through, gets the info on B. They pull it back with 10 seconds to spare. He makes the play to make it seem like it's over. The extra damage on top of it all. But a good hold from the market. And of course that 1v1 to at least keep him alive a little bit longer. Still a glimmer of hope here for Vitality. Tessis is 20-9. I mean, Cadian's 28-4. They're having 2 absolutely godlike performances at the same time.
Yeah. And what a sick turnaround as well, because Tesses, I think, was one of the missing pieces on Vertigo. Cadian and zywoo doing the dance of death here by the B-apps, hitting one another with their ops. Both at about 40 HP here. Minute 30 on the clock, and Tesses, he hunts in mid. What's he gonna find?
Apex, vested interest, holding down the window. Dangerous spot to be in. Shox grabs one. Connectors opened up, and Apex gets spammed. RPK will do some damage.
Hell of a time to come to life. He follows up with damage onto niko, but Cadian's still standing, fighting tooth and nail. He gets swarmed by Apex. That's niko now in the clutch. 16 HP to go. zywoo's got the op just on the other side of the smoke. The flashbang's great. Both those players blind. He walls them ever so slightly. But Apex rocks it back. And Vitality still fighting.
You just have to hear that sound every single round as you make the comeback. This is the bet you made for yourself. Some assistance from Heroic, of course. But yeah, trades come close. Don't want to count out niko in situations like that, even on low HP. And Heroic, they'll turn their talent towards A. They can come up the ramp. Molly the triple. One player in the site. He's dead.
RPK absolutely steamrolled. And now niko, well, he's already got this deep CT position. How is zywoo gonna deal with this? It's a little bit clustered. A little too close for comfort, but niko, all right nonetheless. He is joined at the hip with borup. 5 versus 3 for Heroic to close this tournament, to win yet another online event, to cement themselves at the top of Counter-Strike. Shox trying his damnedest. Apex with only 14 HP, 1v3, and get ready for a Cadian pop-off, because he's done it. He closes and leads his team to yet another win. Wow, Heroic, stunning fast.